What up, y'all? Back again. You get a 2 for 1 today. What I want to talk about going into the new year is accessibility or accessibility. I don't know why I'm having trouble saying that, but who is allowed to have access to you and at what capacity? And that's something that I feel very strongly about because it's something that I've had to learn. When you carry yourself a certain way or if you're living a certain lifestyle, everybody can't have access to you. You think about the most important people in the world, your Barack Obamas, your even Donald Trumps, your presidents in general, your kings, your queens, right down to your favorite rappers and your favorite musical artists. Everybody can't have access to these people if they're smart. And you see what happens to the ones that allow any and everybody to come into their circles and to hang around them. So, you have very, very, very tragic situations when you allow people to come around you that shouldn't be around you. We look at people like, King Von. He may or may not, I'm not even sure of the full situation because I didn't really follow him like that when he was alive. So, I just know that a lot of people are around him, but apparently I guess it wasn't the right people or whatever the case may be. He's no longer with us. So, when you reach certain levels or if you're thinking on a certain plane or if you carry yourself a certain way, you can't have everybody around you because these people, you don't really know what their intentions are. You don't know what they have going on, what type of energy they're bringing around you. So you have to be super protective about the people who can just access you at any time. For example, if you're having a great day and somebody has access to you or they're able to get to you and, they bring some energy that you had, you were just in a good mood and they just found a way to kill your buzz, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Because that person should not have had access to you in the first place. So you can't get mad at that person for the energy that they brought to you. You got to be mad at yourself because you allowed that person the opportunity to bring that energy your way. And that goes for dating, that goes for family, friends. You have to be careful with who you allow to have access to you. The more people know about you, the more they can use against you. So you have to make sure that the people that know anything about you are solid. These are people that, you can vouch for, people that will vouch for you, people that have your back, people whose back you will have. Like I said, towards the end of last year, I just decided that I'm going to go on an even deeper level of personal growth and development. I'm always looking to work and improve on myself and be a better person. But there's always more. You never stop growing. You never stop leveling up. They say that a business that isn't growing is dying. If a tree stops growing, then it's dying. If a human being stops growing, then it's dying. So you always want to be growing, even if it's just on a micro level and you just moved from 1 to 2. Everybody wants to jump from 1 to 100, but sometimes it's okay to jump from, if you were at a level 1 and you moved to a level 2, that's progress, that's growth. You came up, you maneuvered yourself, and you hit a new level. And then, you go from level 2, and let's say you have a good week, and you jump from level 2 to level 10. Fantastic, that's progress, that's growth. But, the world operates at level 100. So even though you've grown and you feel proud of your accomplishment that you've grown and you've hit a new level, you're only at level 10. There's still 90 more levels you have to go in order to exist. And a lot of us, we think just because we're growing, myself as well, we think just because we're growing or we hit a new level, we're not at level 10 no more. Let's say we're at level 38. The world still operates at level 100. So yeah, even though you've hit that accomplishment and it's great, you're no longer at level 1, you still got levels to go. You still got work to put in. You still got things to do. So You just gotta keep pushing forward. You gotta keep moving. And a great way to do that is going back to the people that you keep around you. You know, if you're hanging around people that have similar goals and similar interests, granted, they don't have to have the exact same goals that you have. They don't have to have the exact same mission, vision, and purpose. You know, no two people are exactly the same. But if you have the mindset and the mentality, and you know that these people are working and they're growing and they're after things, then these are the people that you want to keep around you. If you got people around you that only spit venom and negative energy, and they're not trying to build or trying to grow, or you know, they're not willing to hold the mirror up on themselves and look at themselves and see what they're doing wrong or what they're doing differently, what they need to do differently, then those are people that you kind of want to isolate yourself from, or you know, not give yourself access to. Because me, in a heartbeat, I will hold a mirror to myself and say, you know what, I understand what I did wrong when dealing with that person. You know, there are so many different ways that I could have handled that situation. And I'll look back and I'll see, you know, if it's fixable or if it's not. If it's fixable, then I'm going to work on it and try to fix it and make it right. If it's something that I can't fix with that person, then I'm going to continue to improve on myself so that way I can resolve that issue so it doesn't happen again with the next person. You know, I never ever put myself on a pedestal or think that I'm perfect. You know, that's something that I've learned a long time ago. I am very, 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 very flawed. I am very imperfect. And I'm okay with that because I know that I can fix myself. I can work on myself. I can learn. I can grow. You know, we don't have to be, again, going back to the numbers. If you started at level 1 and you stay at number 1 your entire life, that's your fault. Because you don't have to stay there. You can elevate and move up levels. You know, it's a choice. You have to decide, hey, I know right now I'm at level 1 and everybody else that's 30 is at level 85 and I'm here at level 1. But hey, I'm gonna start today and I'm gonna try to get to level 10. And you know, maybe something will happen. I'll get a lucky break or I'll get a win. Or maybe I'll just work my ass off and I'll get to level 85 within 4 or 5 years. And you set realistic goals for yourself and you understand the work that you're going to have to put in, and you understand the sacrifices and the losses and the things that you're going to have to go through in order to get to that level within that time frame that you set for yourself, and then you go for it. That's how people grow. You know, people don't just wake up one day and they're just magically at the top of their game. Michael Jordan didn't wake up and become Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan had to put in work. He had to put in practice. Kobe didn't just wake up and become Kobe Bryant. Kobe was a rookie. Kobe was shooting air balls. You know, granted, Kobe was good, but he always knew he had to improve. Anybody that's great and you look at the work that they have to put in, you notice that they work harder than everybody else. They don't have to work harder than everybody else. They don't have to go to practice, but they choose to go to practice. You know, every year they talk about how LeBron puts $1 million worth of training into his body to prepare for the league. And you notice LeBron never really had that many major injuries. You know, he had things here and there, but he's never had an Achilles or something that set him out for an extended period of time because he always puts in that work. He's always training. Another example is Floyd Mayweather. You know, Floyd is always training. He's probably training right now as we speak on the West Coast somewhere or wherever he's at. You know, I'm not looking at his Snap. I don't follow him, or his Instagram. I don't follow him, so I don't know. But I'm pretty sure, you know, he's probably training, or if he hasn't, he's trained already, or he has it in his schedule to train tonight. You know, the people that go after it and they get it the most, the people that are the most successful, they may make it seem like it's easy. They may make it seem like they're not putting in that much work, you know, but unless somebody put them in that position, they are grinding consistently. You know, that's one of the laws of power. Make your achievements seem effortless or something like that. But yeah, man, these people are really working. They're putting in those hours. You know, and if you aren't doing that, and if you aren't putting those hours into yourself and bettering yourself and protecting yourself and perfecting yourself, then you're always going to be the same. And it starts with the company that you keep. It starts with the people that you keep around you. It starts with the music you listen to. It starts with the energy that you bring around. It starts with the mindset and what you tell yourself. All of these things add up in the sum total, and they determine the type of person that you're going to be. So you have to keep that in mind. You have to take that into account, and you have to execute on it. I'm always quick to say I'm not perfect, because I just tell my story. I don't want people to think because I'm out here talking or I'm sharing situations or whatnot that I think I'm better than anybody, or it is what it is. I know that I'm going to try to outwork people, but that's just because you know I'm very competitive. I'm my only child, so for me, I just like being competitive. But at the same time, I don't think that I'm better. I think I'm going to work harder, or it just is what it is. But anyways, I just felt inspired, so I wanted to make this. Make sure you drop a like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, do the whole nine. Um, and consistency, I'm gonna work on it. If you saw my post on Instagram, my 2020 was kind of crazy, so I didn't really have the stability to do the consistent posting as much as I wanted to. But I'm kind of getting things back solid, so we're definitely gonna work on that. But yeah, I'll let y'all later.